So how does Marvin work? Well, because this is the last thing I'll be doing in this presentation today, I thought I'd be a little bit smart here and actually make a thank you message using Marvin. So this won't take too long, but if you are interested in how we actually develop our animations, this is how we do it. I thought I'd take you through the interface first and then go straight into actually producing the animation. So here we go. This is the interface as it is at the moment. You can see here we've got a big white space in the middle here, and this is where we actually build a script, a line by line, 1 to 10, or however many lines you actually have. It could be very short, it might be quite long. Who knows, it depends on what topic you're covering. Over here we have the Generals tab, and this is where we actually control the speech of the character. And then we have the Multimedia tab down here where we control things like background images and music and so on. Every time we actually click on one of these buttons here, it brings up a new control panel in this area here. At the moment, speak is selected, but every option here has its own options within the control panel. From here, we actually have the character list, so we can have anything up to 8 characters at any one given time. Having said that though, most of the time you'll see 1 or 2 characters, maybe 3 at the most, being used in an animation. Every character that we actually develop has the animations built into them, so there's no need to stuff around having to create your own animations. You basically pick a character. Each character has a set of basic animations that you can always use, and some of them have quite specific animations. And we can actually select those animations through the play animation area here. We'll get to that a little bit later. Last, we have the move character option down here. Basically, we can actually tell the character to appear at a certain point on the screen, to walk to a certain point on the screen, and also to disappear at a certain point on the screen. So we can control that through the XY coordinates here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and load a character up. And I'm going to add speech to that character. I've pre-recorded my speech just for this purpose, just to keep it short, but you'll get the general idea on how this all works. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is actually set our scene. So just imagine you're a director of a movie. The first thing we're going to do is actually put a scene in, and this means that we're going to actually put an image into the background. This will allow us to then position our character over the background. And if you do use images that you don't want to cover things, you can move your character around. So the first thing to do is load a background image in. So I click on background image in the multimedia tab. I then browse for the image just like you would in most Microsoft applications. I've got 2 images here. I've got one image that's just plain with a gradient and the logo, and the other one that's actually got our email addresses. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first one. So we click stretch and click add image, and as you can see now we've got our first line in the script, background load, and the name of the file. Okay, so from there we want to actually make sure it's the right size. So what we can do is we can go to background size, and this time we're going to use one of the selections, or the recommended sizes here, and it's the last one we use quite often, 720 by 576 power. It's standard definition TV. So I'm going to click on that and press change size. Now if I actually just move my application away, you can see that it's actually in the background now. Okay, so now that we've got the background in, we can actually go ahead and load a character. So I'm going to press load. I'm going to use one of the John Holland characters, the lawyer, out of that one because he looks pretty good in his suit. Okay, so he's come in on stage now, and as you can see in line 3 we now have lawyer.show. We also have a character up in the character list also, and we now have activation at the play animation section. So I can press play all, and he's going to actually go through all his animations that he can do. Fantastic. I'll stop it there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my first animation, which is actually going to be a talk pose. So a talk pose is a pose that he will hold throughout the duration of his speech. So we have a few to pick here. Okay, I might use 4 to start off with. I'm going to press add play, and then that adds it to the script. I'm then going to go to the speak option. Now you can see that we've now got a speech control panel down here. There's two ways that we can add speech. One is by using text-to-speech, so anything that I type in here the character will say, hello.
Hello.
Okay. Or the other way is actually using pre-recorded WAV files. Now we can actually record your voice within Marvin itself. Just for this purpose I've actually already recorded my voice and saved them. And as you will notice, I've actually chopped them up into several sections so that what you can do is you can place animations in between. And I'm going to select the first one here. So I've now loaded the WAV file. I can press speak. Hey, I hope you like the Marvin and Mishmi presentation. Fantastic. And that's my voice in that character. I'm then going to add that. Now, what I'll do is while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and add each part one by one. Okay, so they're all in there now, and like I said before, I've divided them up so I can actually then use other taunt poses so I'll just move those up into position, and just something humorous at the end here to finish it off. The happy one, of course. Add play. Beautiful. So at this stage I'm just going to minimize my project, make sure my character isn't in front of the logo or anything else on screen. Now the two email addresses will pop up in this area here, so I've got the character actually at this point here at this stage. Okay, bring that back in and I'm going to press add move. So the character will always appear at that point. Okay, the next thing to do is add another background. So that's the second background. Add it to the script, and I'm going to move it up into position here. Okay, so let's press play and see what happens. Hey, I hope you liked the Marvin and Mishmi presentation. It's been great speaking with you, and I hope that in the future we might speak again soon. If you'd like to contact either Jay or myself, please email us at jay@entice.com or nathaniel.peak@entice.com. If you have any questions now, this is the time to ask them, as my job is done here. Okay, so there you go. Thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I know it's late in certain areas, so it's greatly appreciated. Thank you again.